so here we go. We are back for our second part of our Gorm series. This will be both the hunt and showdown phases. So this video is going to run a bit longer than the last one. I'm hopeful. We'll see. Gorm has been pretty rough on me in the past. I've only fought him once before, and it was not pretty what happened. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I will say the player boards that I mentioned last time, at some point during this video, you're going to see an opportunity. I'm going to cut away from the action, and you're going to see an opportunity to actually win these player boards from me. I'm going to be giving them away because I honestly think that while they are a fantastic product, I just am not going to use them, and it would be a shame for them to just sit on my shelf collecting dust. The reason I'm not going to use them, of course, is the app that you're seeing me use in this video. I have enjoyed that so much. It has made things so much easier for me as a solo gamer instead of keeping track of 4 different survivors all at once and then keeping track of the settlement and all that stuff. Even though I enjoy that paperwork, I just don't have, it saves me so much time that I think that as a solo gamer, it's perfect. Now, see, the thing is, I'm not sure how that app will work with multiple people, because if you're keeping track of the survivors on the app, I guess maybe you would keep track on your own survivor sheets and then transfer it over to the app at the end of every showdown. I don't know. It seems like with multiple people, it might be a little more difficult to use the app, but with a solo gamer, it's fantastic. And this might help bump this up my solo games list. You saw it was number 5 if you saw that video earlier last month, this month. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the hunt phase of Gorm. One day, great woe fell upon the settlement. Unrelenting storms raged overhead. Out of the squall, a giant beast came to gobble up the strongest and most beautiful, then wandered back into the darkness with a lonesome cry, searching for a mate. Okay, so hunt phase for the Gorm. All right, so real quick, I did change up the minis a little bit. So Baker will be this guy. He's got a sword just like Baker does. So that's who we're going to use for him. This will be Brandy. I don't really have somebody that very prominently has bone darts, so we'll just use this many. Come on, get this, focus. There we go. We'll use this many for Brandy. And then for Garcon with the dagger, we've got this one right here. And Rebish, who doesn't have any weapons, but we're going to use this guy because I don't have any completely unarmed minis either. All right, so let's go in and do this. And you know what? Let's let Rebish lead the charge here. Itchy palms. The survivors come across a field of huge boulders worn on all sides with deep, smooth grooves. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, which we don't, they realize the Gorms use these stones to scratch their enormous, delicate palms. Armed with these fresh tracks, they may hasten to their quarry, skipping the next hunt space. If this moves the survivors into the monster's space, they ambush the monster. Well, it does not quite move us into a space. Close. Let's see. Is at the bottom. Roll a random hunt event if no survivor has 3+ understanding. Ah, man. I really wish we did. That would have been pretty cool to move into that space. All right, so random hunt event. All right, so 10s and 1s. 93. Lost survivor. In a hollow between 2 identical rocks, you find a corpse with fabulous hair clutching a book to its chest. If the settlement has pictographs, which we don't, the event revealer may read from the book and roll 1d10. Otherwise, the survivors move on, deeply confused. The book tells a tragic tale of 2 survivors who found a love they could never have. All right. So, well, that's unfortunate. Well, we just move on. Okay, so next up, let's send... I'll go in there. Head-splitting pain. An approaching flash of light causes terrible convulsions. Move the Gorm one space closer to the survivors on the hunt board. If it moves into the survivor space, they are ambushed. Otherwise, each survivor rolls on the table. Add their number of disorders to the result. All right, so nobody has any disorders. Gorm moves one step closer, so that actually works out for us. And so now we got to roll 1d10 for each survivor. All right, so first we're going to go with me since I was there first. A 3. Your mind has overcome, suffer a random brain trauma. Oh, okay. 6. Danger, seizure. You thrash about wildly, dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor. Fortunately, on hunts, no one's adjacent. Gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. Well, that's not super terrible. 1d5, so I believe we round, I can't remember if we round down or up. Round up, because if it was a 1, you'd still get 1. Okay, so that'll be 3 insanity. Okay, and a disorder. Spiral ganglia. All right, let me pull that out real quick. There you can see this is a Slenderman from the Slenderman expansion. The roads in your mind cross and reveal a strange new path. At the start of the showdown, gain the Darkness Awareness Survivor status card. Okay, interesting. Well, what is that? Darkness Awareness. You can see this comes from the Slenderman AI deck. Whenever a survivor gains a disorder, gain +1 survival and place a synapse token on this card. When you have 3+ synapse tokens, remove the spiral ganglia disorder from all survivors. Another survivor of your choice gains the Clarity of Darkness Secret Fighting Art. Okay, so that's pretty interesting to have that outside of the Slenderman fight, I guess. I mean, I've never even fought Slenderman, so I'm not sure. But I'm guessing that means that he gives you a significant number of disorders, most likely, is why you would have that. But let's go and do this for Brandy. Another 3. All right. So again, your mind, oh, come on now. Your mind is overcome, suffer random brain trauma. All right. Oh boy. No! Oh, this is not good. Oh my God, we're going into the mortal terror, no ifs, ands, or buts. The survivor is dead. We're going to go into the Gorm fight with only 3 survivors. Oh, Brandy just died. Okay. So you go in here and do this and dead. Well, let's see how Garcon does. A 6. Cool. The light's strange influence sickens your mind, gain a random disorder. Fear of the dark, you retire. If you gain this disorder during a hunt or showdown, you put on a brave face until you return to the settlement, vowing to never leave the Lantern Horde again. Oh my God. Okay. And y'all, I'm getting torn up here. And a 9, all right, for Rebish. Shielding your eyes, you struggle to regain control. Reduce your insanity to 0. He was already at 0, so we're fine there. Well, now we can fight Gorm. All right, so here's the board setup. All right, so we've got Gorm right in the middle. I've got Baker up here, Rebish down here, and Garcon right there. Now, I've got 2 tall grasses. I've got this custom terrain that you may have seen in a previous video of mine where I was kind of showing off all the custom terrain. I have not completed a second tall grass yet. That's why we've got this here. And then the way this works is basically I'll take this off the board if a survivor moves onto it or the monster moves onto it, and then we'll just use the regular terrain. And then when nobody's on, I'll put that back on there just to have that nice, cool 3D custom terrain effect. And so just a real quick, and then we've got this down here, the stone pillar, or toppled pillar. Real quick recap of how the tall grass works. Survivors in spaces occupied by tall grass gain +2 evasion, and you can use an activation. If you're standing on a space occupied by tall grass, you disappear into it. You have the priority target token gets removed, and you're not a threat anymore. Okay, so then we've got this up here, the lava pool. So if a survivor moves through or ends movement on this terrain, they suffer 1 damage and return all of their flammable gear to the settlement storage. If any other terrain is placed on this, it melts and is archived. You can use movement. You hop from one stone to another, roll 1d10, and 1 through 6 you fall in, 7 plus you hop across. And then down here for the toppled pillar. Obstacle, blocks survivor and monster field of view, interrupts ranged weapon attacks and monster targeting. It's also impassable. Survivors cannot move through spaces occupied by this terrain. And with movement, if adjacent to the top of pillar on one of its long sides, activation, you may hop over it, placing your survivor in the corresponding space on its opposite side. Okay, man, I tell you what, with only 3 survivors, an ambush would have been fantastic right now, for me to ambush the monster, that is. But, of course, the monster goes first, so here we go. Thunderfoot. When this comes into play, draw an AI card. All right, so this is a mood. So we got to draw another AI card. Any survivor that ends their act in the stomping zone suffers knockback 5 and is knocked down. All right, when the monster is wounded, discard this card. So how many spaces away is the stomping zone? It looks like 1, 2, 3, basically, except for the diagonals. All right. But, well, I mean, it is 3 diagonal spaces, but it's not really 3 spaces because you can't count diagonally. And so we got to draw another AI card. Aggravated Bite. Closest threat facing in range, which will be Garcon there. Move and attack. All right, so how are we going to move, I think? Let's go ahead and take this off the board real quick. And by the way, level 1 Gorm he's got 10 AI cards, 8 basic, 2 advanced, 6 movement, and 8 toughness. All right, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right, so 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy. All right, here we go. And they're both hits, of course, to the waist and legs of Garcon. All right, so one there and then her legs. So we'll take 1 hit down there. And then after damage, bleed 1. Okay, so already after the first attack, we've got our first bleed token, but now let's go ahead and take our turn. So first off, we're going to go in and have Rebus use the Rawhide Headband to reveal the top 2 AI cards and place them back on top of the deck in any order. Hopefully we can start picking off some bad ones this way. So we've got an advanced. That's almost certainly what we're going to get rid of. Flatten. Random survivor in blind spot. Okay. Move and attack. Target. Turn Gorm so the target is in the monster's blind spot. And then speed 5, 2 plus accuracy, 2 damage, and after damage, target suffers bash and knockback 5. But then the Gorm is knocked down. That's interesting. But then he stands right back up, right? Because he stands up at the. Yeah, I think so. And then Maul Arm Toss. Random threat in range, full move to the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor adjacent to the Gorm. Oof. I'm still going to get rid of the advanced one just because that's a lot of knockback and bash, knocking people down, 2 damage per hit. Yeah, so I say get rid of. I'm going to put that on top of the deck in hopes that I wound the Gorm. And first things first. Well, I tell you what, because Gorm has Thunderfoot in play, and I get rid of that when the monster is wounded, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Garcon's Founding Stone. We're going to go ahead and throw that right now. And well, but let's see. She has the dagger. It does have 3 speed. No, I think that's too much at stake here. We're going to use a founding stone and go ahead and get an advantage here. So we throw that automatic critical wound on the mammoth goiter. All right, so ignore all this. Critical wound. The monster dribbles viscous blood. All survivors in the vomit zone gain 3+ insanity. So Garcon gets 3+ insanity. Fantastic. We also get rid of this AI card, which we know is that advanced card we just saw. And Thunderfoot. When the monster is wounded, discard this card. So that's gone too. Okay. Let's make sure we give Garcon her insanity. Okay. And I think that's everything for him. Let's go and archive this founding stone. And then she will move. Where's she going to go? I'm really not sure what he does. I know he does a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just head this way. She's still next to him. Or should she head down here just to try to be not right next to him? Yeah, let's do that for now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all he can do, really. He doesn't have any sort of special abilities or anything. So, yeah, that's his turn. And time for the monster again. All right, we've got the Maul Arm Toss. Random threat in range. Everybody's in range. Everybody's a threat. So we'll say 1 through 3 for Baker, 4, 5, 6 for Garcon, 7, 8, 9 for Rebish. It's going to be Rebish. All right, so random threat in range. Got that full move towards the target, starting with the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor adjacent to the Gorm. All right, so let's go 1, 2, and then I believe this is destructible, correct? It's just an obstacle and impassable. It's not destructible. Okay, so the Gorm just climbs over it. So let's move, we'll just move that piece out of the way. He's right there. And we can bring our beautiful tall grass back out. All right, so now he's only adjacent to Rebish, so that's the only attack. Speed 2, 2+ accuracy, and 1 damage. So 2+. Both of them hit, of course. All right. Arms and legs. Of course, those are the 2 spots he doesn't have any armor. So now we've got knockback 5. He's already against the board, though, so he's not going to go straight back, obviously. We go in one direction or the other. I think that choice is obvious because if we go that way, we're going to slam into her. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. And is he bash as well, or just... It is not bash, it is just knockback. So not too terrible, actually. Okay. Our turn again. You know that rawhide headgear works so well, we're going to use it again. Let's check this out. Grab 2 AI cards. And all right, we've got 2 basics this time. We've got Scratch, closest threat facing in range, okay. 1 speed, 2+ accuracy, 1 damage. 4 damage, reduce armor points at all rolled hit locations to 0. Not awful. Oh, here's a mood card, though. We probably want to get rid of this. Posturing Piss. When this comes into play, draw an AI card. The Gorm asserts its dominance over the challenging survivor. When a survivor ends their act in the Gorm's blind spot, if they have any armor points at the legs location, reduce them to 0. Otherwise, they suffer monster damage to that location, so 1. If the Gorm is defeated when this card is in play, if they have not innovated it yet, the settlement gains the ammonia innovation. So no reason to even let this come into play because we already have ammonia. I'm putting that on top. We're going to try to get rid of it right now. So might as well go and move him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still can't quite get to him. Baker is just hanging out doing absolutely nothing useful. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get to the blind spot, but she will go ahead and move there in an effort to get to the blind spot next time. And she's going to attack with her bone dagger. So 3 speed. It was 7 plus accuracy. All right, so 2 of those hit. Fantastic. And let's see what our hit locations are. We've got the mammoth hand and the mammoth testes. We've got a failure. Basic action here. If you attack from the Gorm's flank, gain +2 strength. Now, I can't remember. I might be on his flank. I can't remember if it's these 2 spaces or if it's everything on the side. So give me a second to look that up. Okay. As I'm looking this up, I realize, look here, it's right here on the card. Flank, a space adjacent to the monster that is not in the monster's facing or blind spot. And that's where she is. So we're definitely in the flank. We're going to have to start focusing on the flank some too. I forgot that I've only fought him once before. I forgot that Gorm gives you bonuses for hitting him in the flank sometimes. All right. So +2 strength is the bonus. The dagger has 1, so she's at 3 strength, and he has 8 toughness, right? Yeah, 8 toughness, so I need a 5 for the mammoth testes. Got it. Nice. That's a wound. All right. So we got rid of that card. That mood card. Fantastic. So next up, we've got the mammoth hand. Now the problem, of course, here is there is no bonus, so I've got to get a 7, and if I fail, then he's going to do the basic action at me, and I failed. Okay, all right. So basic action. Obviously, he's targeting me, or he's targeting Garcon. Move and attack, 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy, 1 damage. All right, it's not terrible. Both of them hit. Leg and body. All right, so now she already has 1 on her leg, so that'll be a heavy wound. I will use 1 survival to dodge that. So that one is dodged. But now, what was the other body? So take 1 there. All right, so now we're back to the Gorm's turn. And we've got Scratch, closest threat facing in range, obviously Garcon. Speed 1, okay, not awful. It hits though, of course, because it's 2 plus accuracy. In the head, oh. All right, so now that head, of course, is going to be a heavy wound. It's going to knock her down. And so far, she's the only one doing any damage. So as much as I hate to, I'm going to go ahead and use her final survival to dodge that. And now she's out of survival, so we're going to have to be careful. But now we are back to our turn. So let's use the Rawhide Headband once again with Rebish. We've got, oh, here we go, advanced card. If we can get both advanced cards out of the deck already, that'd be great. Headbutt, pick target, random threat, and field of view, and range. 1 speed, 2 plus accuracy, 1 damage. After damage, perform Retch. Move the Gorm 2 spaces backwards. Survivors in the Vomit Zone suffer monster level damage to a random hit location that ignores armor. Yeah, so we're gonna put that up top. Fairly certain I've got 2 survivors who are gonna get to attack Gorm this time. So we should be able to get rid of that without much of a problem. The other one is Strobe. Turn to face the most survivors, then target all survivors in the monster's facing. Intimidate, roll 1d10 for each target. And a result of 3+, they suffer monster level brain damage and are knocked down. I mean, that's not great, but I think we're gonna still, well, actually, hold on. Let's look at everybody's insanity real quick. Insanity 1, insanity 3. Okay, everybody's got at least 1 insanity, so they'll be able to withstand at least 1 strobe without anything terrible happening. Okay, so we put Headbutt on top of the deck, And really, if we get 2 wounds, then we'll be able to get rid of both. Of course, this will be the time we get no wounds, so we'll see what happens. So I think let's move this out of the way again. And we'll have her go 1, 2. So she is in Gorm's flank right here. And she's in the tall grass, so she's getting the evasion as well, what she needs, and she is out of insanity. And she's going to attack him from there. All right, so she's attacking with the bone dagger. 3 speed, 7+ accuracy, 2 hits. So we have the mammoth distended gut and the mammoth wrinkled elbow. Now I don't think, it looks like neither of these give me anything for the flank. All right, failure to perform wretch. She would be in the vomit zone if she fails that one. And this is the basic action, but at least the other wound would still hit, or the other hit would still get resolved. So we'll go with mammoth wrinkled brow first. She's going to need an 8. Whoa, crit! All right, the Gorm's pathetic howl emboldens the survivors. The attacker gains +1 survival. Fantastic. And of course, we got rid of headbutt. So that goes in there. All right. +1 survival for Garcon. Okay. And now mammoth distended gut. All right. So again, we're going to need an 8. We failed that one. Okay. All right. So wretch, move the Gorm 2 spaces backward. One, 2. I want to put that back out. All right, and then he's going to vomit, which is basically 4 spaces in front of him and 1 to either side. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's all the way that wide. So she definitely gets caught up in it. And so that's 1 damage to a random location, which is her head. She got puked on her head. And she's going to use that survival she just gained. She's going to use it to dodge that. So she's back down to 0 survival, but at least she still doesn't have heavy injury to her head. So that's good. All right, so now Baker will come in here and finally attacking. We'll see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could get to the blind spot. So the question is, do we go for the guaranteed bonus in the blind spot or hope for a bonus in the flank? How much strength does he have? His sword is 2 strength. He's got 6 accuracy. Let's go for the flank. 1, 2, 3. We'll go right there. All right, so what do we need? 6+. Oh, well, it wouldn't even matter if I had gone to the blind spot. All right. Well, Baker continues to be worthless. Let's see what AI card. It's going to be the strobe. All right, turn to face the most survivors, which would be this way because these 2 will be in facing now. All right. Roll 1d10 for each target. On a result of 3+, they suffer monster level brain damage and are knocked down. Okay, maybe I should have gotten rid of that one. All right, so this one will be for Baker. So 6. So he's going to suffer 1 brain damage. Right there. Okay. And he's knocked down. And now for Garcon. She's fine. Okay, good. All right. moving on. Oh, and now it says, hold on. Turn the Gorm to face the opposite board edge. All right. So, I think Rebish, instead of using the headgear this time, he's going to use one survival. Come on. To encourage Baker to stand back up. At which point Baker is going to go in and take a swing at the blind spot. So 5+ accuracy this time. Both of them are hits. Mammoth bulging eye. Mammoth rear club foot. So a wound would cause retch, and he would back up 2 spaces. Failure, the Gorm, turn the Gorm to face the opposite board edge and full move forward. Okay, so fail this and I get run over. Successfully wound this and I get run over. So we'll go for the Mammoth bulging eye first. All right, so I have 2 strength, so we need a 6. A 9, all right. So I did wound this. Get rid of another AI card. And now the Mammoth rear club foot, we are hoping for a crit. All right, we need a 10. Well, a 6 will still wound, but we need a 10. We got a 9. Ah, so close. Okay, well, I do wound him. All right, so that happens. So that AI card goes here. All right, but now he retches, so he's going to move 2 spaces backward. 1, 2, puts him there. Now, he ended his movement on me, so I'm going to suffer knockback 5 and knockdown. I was here, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure it's knockback 5. Hold on one second. Yeah. Knockback 5 when the monster ends its movement on the same space as me. Now he retches though. Unfortunately, nobody is in the vomit zone. So we're fine with that. No big deal. He just kind of coats all of this with some nasty puke. All right. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. We have no cards left in the AI deck. This is the discard pile. We only have 5 wounds left. We are doing so much better this time than I did the last time against this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, you know what? Technically, you don't shuffle him up until we need to draw from him. So let's have her go. So I think getting in the blind spot actually is not a great idea because he retches so much, and that involves him backing up. So she's just going to go right here and attack with her bone dagger. And she's going to need, what was it again? A 7+. There's a perfect hit. On a perfect hit with the bone dagger, she gains +1 survival. So, all right, she's got survival now. And on top of that, so that's actually the only hit though. So those go away, but we have the Mammoth Tail. If you attack from the flank, gain +2 strength. Fantastic. All right, so that puts her at 3 strength, so she needs a 5 to wound. And she got an 8. All right, so we did wound the Mammoth Tail. Fantastic. Which means we do shuffle this up now. And now there are only 4 AI cards left in the deck. So 5 wounds left. Okay, all right. Don't want to get too excited though. This game has a habit of lulling you into a false sense of security. All right, y'all, so here's your opportunity to win this set of wooden player boards with the stat dials. And basically all you need to do is go down in the description of this video, click on the link for the Board Game Geek Guild for Board Online, Board Offline. There'll be a forum thread in there, which will be very clearly marked. And all you do is go into that thread and tell me about which monster is your favorite monster for Kingdom Death Monster. Now, it doesn't have to be that you may not have even played the game yet. It just needs to be any reason why one particular monster is your favorite, whether it's just that this monster looks really, really cool, or it has, particular set of AI cards that you just think is really, kick-ass and you really enjoy it, or fear playing against it. I don't think anybody really necessarily enjoys the threats of these monsters, but the challenge of going up against them is just something you really, really like. Any reason at all why a particular monster is your favorite. And then at the date you see on the screen right now, I will randomly select one of the people that leaves a comment in that thread. Now, this will be free shipping to anybody in the United States. However, if you are international, you still can win, but we'll have to compensate for any amount over what normal domestic shipping would be. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, good luck to everybody. I hope somebody wins these and really enjoys them. Like I said, they're really cool, but this app has just kind of taken all of the need for these boards and the paperwork out of the game for me. All right, back to the fight. Gorm's turn. Aggravated bite, closest threat facing in range. Closest threat facing is going to be Rebish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and what do we have here? We've got 2 speed, 2+ accuracy, 1 damage. One of them missed, all right? So, but we do have the one that does 1 damage to his leg. Now, this is gonna cause bleeding. Does he have any, what do his legs look like right now? Yeah, okay. He's definitely gonna dodge that because that'll be a heavy wound, so we're dodging that one. So he also avoids getting the bleed token as well, which is fine. Okay. All right, so now Baker got knocked down during the survivor turn, so he does stand up at the end of that monster turn. All right, so there we go. But of course, I think he's gonna be too far away to do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just barely, of course. So I think at this point we have all of our moods. Oh no, we do have one mood still in here. We have that Thunderfoot. So I am going to use Rebish to look for that. Because if we get rid of that, then I would feel confident enough to have Rebish start fighting Fist and Tooth. Not in here. All right, which one of these do we want to get rid of? This is 2 speed. Knockback 5. This one reduces armor. We'll get rid of Scratch. Well, I don't have that much armor, though, actually. You know what? I don't have that much armor. So do I want to get rid of the other one? Yeah. We'll get rid of Maul Arm Toss because that actually attacks everybody who's adjacent. Okay, Maul Arm Toss is getting rid of. We're getting rid of that one. Well, hopefully. Let's see. And we're going to go and move him out of the way, too. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get up there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is attacking. None of them hit. No. Oh, no. And that's the danger. That's the danger of front loading the deck with stuff that you want to get rid of and that you don't want them to use. So none of that hits. And then Baker, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the only person adjacent right now, well, let's see, let's do this. Let's see what happens. It is, of course, the maul arm toss, random threat in range. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going after Rebish. All right, so he is the only adjacent one. That's fine. Full move towards target, starting with the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor adjacent to Gorm. 2 speed. 2 plus accuracy. They both hit. Head and arm. His arms, does he have survival? He is out of survival, so he's going to take a heavy wound to the arms and get knocked down. All right. And then after damage, knock back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't think I'm going to spend any survival to encourage him to stand back up. The only people with survival, by the way, anyway, are... Well, actually, both Baker and Garcon have survival, but both of them are close enough to attack. Both of them are likely to be able to hit. So we're going to do that first. We're going to start with Garcon. 7 plus. 2 hits. All right. The Mammoth Crowded Fangs and the Mammoth Backstrap. So we have, this is a flank one, so we're going to go that first because that has a failure. Yeah. We're going to go Mammoth Crowded Fangs. So 2 additional strength, so that puts us at 3. We need a 5. We got a 6. That's a wound. All right. There we go. And the Mammoth Backstrap, no bonus or anything, so we're going to need a 7. A 9. Fantastic. Got another wound. All right. Okay, there we go. So we're down to 2. Oh, we must have gotten rid. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. So now we for sure did get rid of that mood card, Thunderfoot or whatever it's called. It's now in the wound stack. So we can have Rebish maybe come in here and get in a hit or 2. But let's see. I guess I'll just bring Baker in here and he'll attack right there. So that's going to be, what is it, 6 plus accuracy? Yes. 1 hit. All right. Okay. Baker is worthless. Lure Paroxysm. All right, so full move the Gorm toward the attacker. If the monster ends moving adjacent to the attacker, the Gorm headbutts them with its enormous skull as its lure dances frantically atop its head. Attacker suffers monster level damage to the head location. All right, monster level damage to the head location. So it'll just be, there we go. So that's going to knock him down for sure. Turn the monster to face the most survivors. He already is. Each survivor in the monster's facing is knocked down and suffers monster level brain damage. Whew. All right, so let's look at this. So monster level brain damage to Baker. There you go. And then Garcon. There we go. And she's knocked down. Now let's reshuffle the hit location deck. Okay, so everybody's taking a nap. I am reshuffling the Monster AI deck, which only has 2 cards. And he'll take a turn, and then everybody will stand up because he got knocked down on the monster's last turn. They got knocked down during the survivor turn. So yeah, we'll all stand up at the end of this monster attack, which is Aggravated Bite. Closest threat facing a range. That's nobody. Closest threat. Again, nobody. No target. Illuminate. All right, we have not done that yet. What is Illuminate? The Gorm's bulb increases in intensity, suddenly making the darkness light. Until the end of the next round, all survivors are now threats, even if they are knocked down or used an effect to say otherwise. Insane survivors are thrown into wild fits and they are knocked down. Well, everybody's knocked down, so they can't be knocked down again. So basically, okay, it says until the end of the next round, all survivors are threats. And the next round will be, basically we'll have our survivors go, because it goes monster turn, then survivor turn. So our survivors go, that's the end of this round, and then we'll have another monster turn and survivor turn, and then the illuminate will end. So just as a reminder, I'm gonna put this out here just to remind myself that everybody's a threat right now. All right, so that was the end of the monster turn. Stand up, and stand up. Okay. All right, so I think I want to attack with these guys first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get in here, but they're right in front of this guy. This guy throws up a lot. So let's go. Let's have her go first. Now, you know what? Let's let Baker go. He is not 1, 2, 3. He has just been useless this fight. So we're going to let him try to finally do something useful. All right, so he's back here. He's in the flank. Here we go. 2, we need 6+. 1. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. Okay. All right, so he headbutts Baker again. Oh, no. That means, yeah, this is not good. This is not good. This is going to be a severe head injury. A severe head injury. Your head erupts in a shower of gore, killing you instantly. All other survivors are so disturbed, they lose 1 survival. So Baker is dead. All right. So, see what I mean? See what I mean? I thought I started talking about how I'm doing good. Dead. All right, so now, and Garcon loses 1 survival. Does Rebish have? He doesn't have any survival to lose. All right. And now, each survivor the monster's facing, his turn to face most survivors, he already is. Suffers knocked down and suffers monster level brain damage. So Rebish loses that last insanity and is knocked down again. Let's reshuffle this hit location deck. And y'all, let me tell you what's so infuriating about that. So that last time when I shuffled this deck, I shuffled it, and then right as I was about to start playing, I was like, you know what? Let me cut the deck, and I took like 3 or 4 cards from the bottom and moved it to the top, which means that trap was on the bottom of the deck practically, and I moved it to the top and just killed Baker with it. So that's great. However, Garcon does still get to go, so there's that. And she's in the flank now because Gorm turned. So 7+. Nothing. Unbelievable. Gorm's turn. Maul armor toss. Random threat in range. Everybody is a threat. Everybody's in range because remember, illuminate is still going. So 1 through 6, or I'm sorry, 1 through 5, 6 through 10. Course. Speed 2, accuracy 2+. They both hit. Waist and legs. All right, so light wound to the waist, but she is taking a heavy wound to the legs, so she's knocked down. And after damage, knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy. So he's going to stand up now. We still have Illuminate in play. After this Survivor turn, Illuminate will go out of play. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming at the Gorm in the flank with fist and tooth. So 2 speed, but I need 8+ accuracy. Oh wait, but Rebish has +1 speed. Oh, and he has -1 accuracy because he's blind in one eye. Right? Yeah, -1 accuracy, +1 speed. All right, so I need a 9 or better to hit. None of them hit. All misses. All right, so the Gorm gets to go again. And he's just starting to tear us up here. We have the aggravated bite, closest threat facing in range. Speed 2+, or 2, accuracy 2+. They both hit. Arm and body. Severe injury to the arm, but lose 1 armor on the body. No survival, so he has to take it. Here we go. Oh my God, is he dead too? Your vision fades along with the sight of your mangled, armless torso. Die of shock. Oh no, I can't believe this. I'm about to get TPKed here, round 1 again. All right. She got knocked down. How'd she get knocked down? She got knocked down. Well, whatever it wasn't during this monster. So yeah, okay. So she stands up. All right. And this is gone now, by the way. Yeah. The Illuminate is gone. So she's coming in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting the flank again. 3 speed, 7+ accuracy. She gets 1 hit. Mammoth distended gut. All right. So she needs a 7. She needs a 7. Whoa. That didn't go through the tower. It still doesn't matter. It's a 2. Miss. All right. Okay, so he's going to go random threat in range. Doesn't matter. She's the only threat in range. All right. 2, 2+. Both of them hit. I think this is it, y'all. I think this is it. Body and arm. Oh yeah, by the way, Rebish is dead. So body, heavy wound, oh, an arm. She's still alive, but she's knocked down. All right, so she's knocked down. And after damage, knockback 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so she's gonna spend her entire survivor turn laying down, recovering. And so this is his turn again. Random threat in range, random survivor in range. So here he comes after her. So let's move these out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, 2 speed, 2+ accuracy. Both of them hit. Head and body. Body's going to be a severe injury. A 4. Gaping chest wound. Suffer -1 permanent strength. This injury is permanent, can be recorded multiple times. Gain 1 bleeding token. All right, so severe injuries. Gaping chest wound. All right, then you see the -1 strength, which is pretty bad for her considering she's using the dagger. And she has 2 bleeding tokens now. But she does stand up. All right, and she's gonna 1, 2, 3, get right around here into 4, 5. Let's go and go. We'll go all the way to there. All right, here she goes with her dagger, just trying, and she's at, again, 7+ accuracy. 2 perfect hits. Okay, now that gives her survival. So that's good at least. We've got the mammoth bulging eye and the mammoth hand. So that we'll use this one. This would be, well, that's going to cause him to attack. This is causing a move. So even if he attacks, if I survive the attack, I still could then finish this one off. All right, so we'll go mammoth hand first. And now she is -1 strength now, right? Yeah, -1 strength. So she's got to get an 8. She's got to get an 8. She got an 8. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a wound. All right, so there's only 1 wound card left, the maul arm toss. All right, so now this one, the mammoth bulging eye, again, she needs an 8. She got a 4. Failure. Turn the Gorm in the opposite, to face the opposite board edge, full move forward in a straight line. Now I imagine that means the opposite board edge that he's facing, not opposite from her. So turn this way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and now he goes again, and he's got the, this is the only thing he's got left, maul arm toss, so he's obviously targeting her. Full move towards the target. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're looking at 2+. Both of them hit. Got arm and body. Now she does have survival now, so let's look at this though. Body is a severe injury. Arm is a heavy injury. I can only dodge one of them. So I'm obviously going to dodge the body. I'll take the heavy injury to the arms. Lose 1 survival there in the dodge. And she's knocked down. Okay. Which means go through her turn, no good. And then he comes right back and does this. Oh, wait, after damage, knock back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and so now he comes right back and does this again. So we've got, again, 2 speed, 2+ accuracy. Both of them. Oh, well, I mean, he's got to move first, obviously. So let's get that out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then both of them do hit me. We're looking at head and legs. So that's going to be severe injury no matter where we go. Let's dodge the head one and take a severe injury to the legs. An 8. Okay, not awful. It is an ear-shattering crunch. Adjacent survivors suffer, there are no adjacent survivors, suffer -1 permanent movement. This injury is permanent and can be recorded twice. Gain 1 bleeding token. All right, so broken leg is, let's see, severe injury, add severe injury, broken leg. All right, so she's now -1 strength and down to 4 movement. All right. And she has another bleeding token. She's at 3. I mean, I give her credit. She's hanging on. But jeez. And then knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't going to matter much because she's now, oops, we're right off the screen. Hold on. And come right back in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is going to matter. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, well, so what happens here? She has to be in range too, otherwise he just illuminates. So she, oh yeah, he's just gonna beat her up. This is gonna be bad. Here's my only chance. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's what she's gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can come all the way up here. She's gonna move. She's gonna stay right where she is because what's gonna happen is next time he'll knock her back into the wall and she'll stop there. And if she can survive a couple of more attacks, she'll be close enough to be able to then hit him. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So once again, he does the maul arm toss. He's going to move here. And we're looking at 2+. Let's get this somewhere Nearby. Okay. Both of them are hits. Waste and waste. Oh, that's bad. Because, okay, well, so actually the first one is a heavy. That's the one place that wasn't severe. And so now the second one is a severe. A 4. Intestinal prolapse. Your gut is gravely injured. You can no longer equip any gear on your waist as it is too painful to wear. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token. So, I wonder if I need to put that on here. Probably not. Let's see if it's even an option. It is. Yep. Oh yeah, because it can be recorded once. Okay. So she gains another bleeding token, and not that it matters because the cloth is already been completely used up this round, but the cloth is gone. She's at 4 bleeding tokens. I'm gonna be shocked if she bleeds out instead of just getting ripped apart by this guy. But then of course, oh no, she was knocked down. Yeah, obviously, and knocked back to there. So her turn, she's down. He then comes at her again with the maul arm toss. Both of them hit. Leg and body, both those are going to be severe injuries. So let's do the leg first. A 7. Torn muscle. Your quadricep is ripped to shreds. You cannot dash until the showdown ends. Skip next hunt. Gain 1 bleeding token. That is her 5th. And Garcon is dead. I don't know what to say. I was down to 1 AI card and total party kill. So I think if I'd had all 4 of my survivors going into that showdown, I would have won. In fact, I probably wouldn't have lost any survivors at all if I had 4 of them going into the showdown, because I didn't start losing any in the showdown until I believe he had 2 AI cards left, maybe 3. I'm taking a mulligan again. I am definitely going to be starting a new campaign. So glad y'all could watch a total party kill. And I think this is the first total party kill that I've filmed. So that's Kingdom Death for you. And that is definitely Gorm. I am gonna try it again, but that is very disconcerting that I've had total party kills twice in Lander Year 1 against this guy. The last time I went into the fight with 4 survivors though, so this time only 3 survivors. I felt like I held my own pretty well with just 3. Anyway, I would love for y'all to give me some advice. Anybody who is real familiar with this game and has some advice for dealing with Gorm, please stick it in the comments section below. Also, be sure to get in on that contest for the player boards. And yeah, until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.